Hello, hi, happy time zone, and welcome to possibly a new series. We'll see. Uh, Essentially, we're going to have a look at the city festivals. Notice it's the first of the month, so it is Timrose Deep's, well, Gorowyn's city festival this month. For the first 7 days of a month, this is going to carry on too. So I'll just show you the calendar. Where are we? No, it's character. There's the calendar. We're at Gorowyn City Festival. It started today and it carries on through until around about the 7th of, the 7th of the month at midnight PST, 8 o'clock in the morning for me here over in the UK. Essentially, because I'm 8 hours ahead, so that's why midnight starts. Anyway, you all know all this. I've gone over this before. It's fine. So we're in Gorowyn. Essentially the map is Timrose Deep. So if you do use the voyage through Norathbell or the fast travel that's up here, you're going to want to go to Timrose Deep, which is over in the Rise of Cunark expansion. I did look it up. All the way back in 2007, this city arrived. But anyway, I'll show you what's here. So as soon as you get off the bell, you're essentially right in the middle of where the Farsees are rocked up for the week. So yeah, even good characters, those aligned, let's say good, those aligned with Kinos and Kelethin can get here easily, no issues, no problems, unless you attack a guard. If you attack a guard, they're going to have a little bit of an issue for you. But we have the Aether Racing Promoter. They're going to say, bring your compass, you will get turned around with our latest additions to the race. Go to the docks and try it out. I might give it a go. I'm going to give it a go, obviously, aren't I? So we have the Farsees boat. Here is the Farsees. It's got the symbol of Farsees company. And they've just kind of... It's Captain Ingrid. Might be a character you recognise, we're not quite sure. She's on the initial boat. If you've ever done the first boat bit, she's the one that's obsessed with the piece of Lucklin that you get from the merchant over there. Right, Keller Swampfoot is here as normal. I talked to her. She said, looking to spend some tokens. You can find our merchants over the tents, under the tents over there. I've seen them, but it's sounding to me as if you need some help. If you chat to her, she wants you to either, there's 3 that you can choose from. It's craft items, harvest items. That's harvesting to your level, I believe. So it's not like if you're a level 10, they're not going to send you off into like a level 140 zone or something like that. We haven't got a 140 zone. Hang on. It's not going to send you off into a level 90 zone or anything like that to go and harvest. And you also go and collect more goods from your headquarters if you like. That's nipping over to the Isle of Mara and doing some picking up pieces in there. And then also there. So I might show you those. I don't know if I've done them on Dares actually. I might show them on the how to do them on the questing. We have Claudia. She's here also. She does the exchanges. So if you've played years ago and you managed to pick up maybe the tokens of appreciation from Qualulian or the greater teleportations or the deep water copper, what would I have remembered? The primordial malice perhaps, or the floret of growth. I wonder if I still got some of those actually. That might be interesting. Let's have a look at currency. I've got quite a bit of currency on this girly. Let's see what I would have that perhaps Gleesh mark, there we go. So I've got 78 Gleesh marks. I don't know where they're from. The Guild of Lucklin enthusiasts and experts supplying help. There you go. Wherever I got that from. Probably one of these prelude events. What else have I got here? Mark of Menars. No, I think they're actually... Do we not have any florets of growth? That's ridiculous. I can't believe I don't have any on this girly, but never mind. I must have exchanged them all for here. What have we got? Deep water copper. I don't know if I did that one. It doesn't look like I might have done. No, that's the Farsees Ferrin. That's what I'm thinking of. It's looking like. But yeah, essentially, it's a good job we've got a currency tab, because all this currency knocking around, my gosh, I would be I would be having more bags full than I normally do. But that's here. So if you've ever got a character that's messing around and has got some tokens to exchange, you can exchange them here with Claudia, and you can exchange them for city tokens, which can be used here in the Far Seas event, or they can be exchanged at any city merchant as well. You can get those items from there. Some nice items. Some of the older items that you would get when you what would you go? I'm thinking like the druid rings and things like that. Those ones that were available for is it loyalty? Maybe loyalty. I'm not quite sure. Can't remember. So this is where the freebooters live or hang out for this event. So they're just up from the bell. There's the bell. There's the ship. That's where we just were with Claudia. We've just ran round here. You've just seen that all the way around in a circle to come to here for the freebooters. You'll talk to him, get the quest from him, and stand on the teleporter. If the teleporter's not working, it's probably because you have a mount. You are not allowed to use your horse or your flying mounts when you're on here. You have to use the actual Aether race itself. So if you're having an issue, just check you haven't got a horse or any other kind of mounts that we have these days, and then just double check. And then if not, run off the teleporter and run back onto it just so it updates. Well, here they are. It's the normal guys that you get every month. So we have Mystic Margaret. Shall we get ourselves a fortune? Should we pay a little money for a fortune? Let's see what she says. She says, greetings, you seek to have your fortune told. Cross my palm with 5 gold, and I shall see what the stars predict this month. Sure, tell me that I will be rich. Your cherished belief is that quill is mightier than the sword. It will be put to the test this week when you try to face down an angry group of broken skull pirates with only a dandy elm quill to defend yourself. Oh, okay. Well, I shall have to remember not to pack my quill and actually take the items that, like swords and things, maybe. What's the Mystic Margaret? I don't know. We'll see. Jenny's always here. She has the fine food and drink, which is essentially the drink that you can and food. So you have like ignore the one on the right hand side. That's me that I've actually equipped. It's the left hand side that we're looking at. So we've got the festive cotton candy, which is a duration of 35 minutes, regains health by 252. We have the elephant ear, again 252 for 35 minutes. A cube, 35 minutes, 252. What about the drinks? That's alcoholic. Yeah, if you want to do the what's it called, the achievement for drinking alcohol, don't ask me why there's an achievement for drinking alcohol, but there is. You can do that, and I think it's, am I mixing up the bar one? I don't know, but there probably is one. But here's all the alcoholic drinks that you can get. There you go. So essentially everything, all the food items are 35 minutes at 252, and then all the alcohol is just alcohol, and you get that weird effect on your character, where your screen goes all weird and wobbly. Yeah. Fun times. We've got, look, Chris is the local specialties. I'll come to him last because he'll change each time. So I want to try and give you like an idea of what's available for Gorowyn. Suzanne Swiftneedle has temporary clothing. So we have the different, I always pronounce this wrong. Is it Guy? I want to say Guy. We'll see. Someone will tell me if I'm wrong. We have the Blue Dragon one. This is temporary clothing, which you can use the city tokens for. We've got blue fancy dress, crimson fancy dress, dark formal, gold, green, mauve, ghee, a teal one, and a white formal outfit. It looks different on the males. The men have the trousers. I might have to get Des out just to show you on the end of here, just so it looks. Maybe next month I'll do Desium. You can have a look at what it looks like on a male. But the females, basically the legs are showing on there. So I prefer the geese myself. But there we go. These ones, how it used to be is what I'm going to preface my sentence with, but essentially what you had to do is, if you buy one, keep it in your inventory, because it will I think it will remain in your inventory as soon as you put it on. So you can either put it into your appearance item slot, so you can either put it in the equipment slot or you can put it in the appearance. I'm not quite sure which way around it goes. We could have to test these. But as soon as you wear it, that's when it becomes a temporary. And I think it's when you log out. So when you camp to a different character, or you camp to refresh your UI or something, or you camp out and close down for the evening. I don't know what that's like. When you log off for the evening, because we all log off and go to sleep, honest. When that happens, you'll lose a clothing, and you'll lose whatever, the slot will become empty, and you'll need to put your clothing back on, is what I'm trying to say. That's how it's temporary. It won't hang around forever, which is why it only costs one token. So if you have anywhere you want to go to, anywhere you want to dress up fancy for, Susan's the one to talk to. We have Sanya. She's obviously here with the general goods. So we're talking the baskets of things. If you've been looking at when I've been walking around houses, you'll have seen some of these baskets. They're everywhere in the places where you get food, the kitchens and places where food is made. There's also the fan-made art. So back in there. Dark Core Daybreak, which was not them, and it wasn't Sony. Was it so? I don't think it was Sony at that point. It was something else. They ran the developers, but should we just call them the developers, because it's been the same developers, they've just called themselves different names throughout. I'll just use that. The developers ran a competition where you could enter your artwork and have it produced for these city festivals. So all these, so that's an art piece, whereas the cheers, it looks like a screenshot, that kind of thing. So these are so if you're wondering where these came from and why they're different art styles, this is why it's coming from characters and players and fans of the place. You have some some outfits that are not temporary, so these are always going to be available, and they're 10 city tokens. So like the gold one that we showed you before, this one is available for 10 tokens. So it's a little bit sort of, why spend one token when you can spend 10 and get it permanently? But anyway, now the green one as well, I think I showed you all these. The important bit that I like is that you have the imperceptible beauty available. That's 10 tokens each, and you can pop it in your appearance items, appearance wear, so that you can actually sort of remove pieces of clothing. So if I reset, if I say, oh, I don't like these gloves, I don't want to wear these gloves, but I need to wear some gloves in my character slot, so I need to have these gloves available for me to wear, but they don't really go with my outfit. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want to wear any gloves, I'm going to use the gloves of imperceptible beauty, and there you go. Your character essentially is wearing armor, but you're not seeing it, if that makes sense. And there's all sorts of other different ones available. There's bags of teleportation pads. If you see me flit around in the homes and the guilds where people are like, oh, you know, these are the different places you can get to by using the teleportation pad, this is where you get them from, so they're here. I'm going to sneeze, I think. I'll have a scroll down and we'll see what else there is. Oh, there's a uniform with the forest assassin. I think I like this one. Yes, definitely. I am definitely going to sneeze. Oh, I got it. I got it just in time. You hear me go, got it. But there you go. That's the forest assassin uniform. Again, it looks different on the males. This is essentially what we get. There you go. The Shroud of Ever Brooding. Again, I love this one. It's just, if you're in the art community, or if you've ever seen it where somebody says this is the blackest black of paint, I think it's Stuart. Oh, I was gonna say Stuart Little, but that's the little mouse thing, isn't it? It's Stuart something. Stuart Semple. Maybe that's, I think something's just popped in my head. But essentially, he does like the whitest white, the pinkest pink, the brightest neon colours of paint, and that's his whole spiel and stick, is that he's developing very, very pigmented colours for artists to use. I've got some myself. I've used them. Very nice, absolutely wonderful. But this is what it reminds me of. It's just a a very sort of, you can't tell where the void starts and the cloth is kind of thing. It's one of these. It's lovely. Really do like it. What's the Lord and his minions? Is that the pigs? Yes. I love this one. It's my best one. I love it so much. Yeah, for sure. All right, and then the piece de resistance, the bit that you've all been waiting for. We're going to go talk to Chris. He's got his local specialties. So each city festival has a different colour associated with that city. So we have for Gorowyn, it's kind of a reddish colour. It's a mix of this colour, and then a different one will come up in a minute. Hopefully, maybe this sort of stone. I'm gonna call it like a stone red. I'm not quite sure if that works, but it's kind of like a red with blues in it. You'll see in a second. We had the leather armor crate. You'll see this one pop up again and again. It's a different colour sash, and sort of this bit here. It's different colours depending on the city. So we have that one. We have the display counter. Again, this sort of very reddish red, a brown dark red kind of thing. We have the scroll case. The reason for the different colours is that there were some created for event for first, and then there's these guys that popped in afterwards. As the game goes on and new things are innovated in the game, we get slightly different colours, and slightly different items available to us. But yeah, I like them. So the vault. Oh yeah. It's like, hang on, there's a door somewhere. Is it just a block? No. There's a weapon rack. If you've been around Timber's Deep and done the quest line around there, you'll have seen these a lot. The weather vane. Just about see it. It's scrolling at the top. It's a wooden counter. These are available all in the city itself. You can see these around. There's a windcloth lanterns, different colour lanterns depending on which city you visit and which month. So there's like so many to collect all together. I think there's probably like 8 or something to collect all together. The door. This door will open. So it's got hinges and a lock. And you can pop it down and open. Have the door open. There's a pendant, again, different colours for the city. There's 4 of those. Then we get to the frames and the blocks. Will be different. I'll skip through these, but you kind of get the idea of what they look like. Fire pit. Oh yes, you can see I was going to say, I think it's on fire. It's a half block. One with a window. There's a mirror. If you put it on the wall and your settings, like your quality of video settings are high enough, you'll be able to see your character. None of these, I'm a vampire. Unless you are a vampire, I suppose. There's a narrow divider, a pedestal table, which has like the bit in the middle, the railing, the door frame. I'm not sure why they're all sort of sideways when they come into the dressing room, but never mind. A shorter column. We have some with squares in them. Very nice for if you want to put paintings in the middle. I've seen that used a few times. A stair, a taller column. We're getting there. The frames, then another frame, the tile, and the triangular tile. So that's like a triangle. The red marble there, the twisted steel pole. Again, you'll see those in different colours as well for the different cities. And then the combined banner is also in different cities. So each city has its own combined banner as well if you want to collect those. So there we go. That's Gorowyn City Festival. All the items that you can buy. If you want to pick up more city tokens, I would suggest talking to the girl at the front. What was her name? This guy, Keller. She'll offer you 3 quests. The 3 different styles of quest. The one where you can go and craft things. It's not great unless you really like crafting. You don't want to do anything else. That's probably the longest taking one. There is the harvesting one that can take a while depending on what it asks for and where you go to quest. And then also the third one is nip to Isla Mara and pick up some things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and do the the Aether race, and then I'll show you those 3 quests, and we'll see if we can see how long it takes us to collect them. I'm looking forward to the harvesting one. It's been a while. So it says, hi there. Want to help me test my new yes, reinforced Aether sprocket hover pad, CRASH crash pad. It can fly. Yeah, sure. Alright, get to the start platform and I'll equip you with the machine shortly. Try to beat the other test pilots around the track. Alright, here I go. And again, this one gives you a city token. So depending on how good you are at flying, I suppose, you could also do that one. That's the mountain fusion. Let's get rid of the mount. There we go. That's better. I'm walking a bit better now. So you get teleported up to here, which is the very beginning of Gorowyn. We've got 55 seconds, so we're okay. So these are the instructions. So the first rule is, don't crash. If you find yourself grounded, use spacebar to take off again. Watch out for twisters. The floating swarms of insects will engulf you, temporarily blurring your vision. Definitely look for the floating gas clouds. They turbocharge your prop unit and make you really zip along. The blue gas clouds vanish when you grab them. It means the pilots can steal them, so watch out. Well, I think it's just me in this one. So, okay. And if you fall into the water, you'll have to come out of the water to be able to fly again. So we can kind of see where we're heading for. These circles will light up when we get to them. Also, if you need to and you get lost, they don't show up on the... They may show up on the map, I'm not quite sure. Well, we'll see. Get ready. There we go. Right, I'm not the best at flying, so this will be interesting. We'll give it a go, see what we end up with. Let's try and zoom out a little bit so you're not staring at a tail wafting up and down. Could have done with something to give me a little bit of a boost, I think. But we'll go. Can you see that one just glowed green in the bottom of the screen? Here we go. We're getting faster. Whizzing around. First lot that we need to avoid. Let's see if we've avoided them. I think so. I didn't cough and choke and slow down a bit. There we go. Let's see if we can hit that. Nearly hit that green. There we go. And then we'll just hold on to your stomachs, everyone. We're going down. We're going downhill. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Did I take too long? What happened? Oh! Let me double check. Right, okay, you can see this. This is my reaction live. Bear with me. I need to zone out to somewhere else, and then I'll zone back into Timorous Deep. And we'll try this again. Alright. Should we try this again when we're not going slowly because I've accidentally left the walk cycle on? Instead it's just it's shift R for walking. And I wanted to walk around because it's a little bit easier than zipping around in front of the people who are, you know. So there we go, that's better. This looks a bit quicker. My goodness. Here we go. Here we go. This is it. We got it. We got it. That's easier, isn't it? This is what the racing's supposed to look like. There we go. Bit more reaction time needed. I've actually found somebody to race against as well now. Although I think I might be behind. Yep, they know where they're going. I don't. Hopefully. Yep, missed it. There we go. And there's the one that gives us a little bit of a teleport. Hopefully. There we go. Whew. Always a little bit nerve-wracking there. You're like, oh, it's my UK internet going to get over there quick enough. And then through the middle, hopefully. Slow down a little bit now, I'm going to get caught up. Ooh, a little bit of a tight turn. Try and ignore all the flies. Oh, I think we're going down. Oop! Oop! Where are we going now? I've lost myself. The finish beacon. Where's the finish beacon? There it is. Oh, I went the wrong way. That's something you'll know for next time. And then try and hit the water because they just kind of plonk you. But as long as you hit the water, I've got float on, so I'm alright. But try and aim for the. I've gone too low. Yeah, there we go. Try and aim for the watery bit. There we go. And we'll just turn in.
Hello there.
How did the parachute work out? Did it slow your fall after the self-destruct mechanism engaged? It deployed for several seconds before retracting and plummeted to the ground. There we go. Well, your injuries look minor. Walk it off and see me again when you're ready for another round of testing. Hope everything's working by then. Have a look at the scoreboard, see how we did. Show the recent lap times. 247 seconds. That was me because I missed. It would have been a little bit quicker if I hadn't got myself all confuzzled. Shall we see the best lap times? What's the best one? 232, 247. I'm second. Nice. I mean, it has only been, what is it, like 10 hours it's been up for? But there we go. So let's have a look at the other one. Let's have a look at this girlie. I'll show you what she does. So Keller. Yeah, I need help. So let's start with the craft. Collect goods from your headquarters if you like. There we go. We also get platinum jubilation medals. Oh, okay. Hey. Nice. So we've got to go and speak to Ganter and Hammerstein about the supply delivery. And it's in the village of Shin, the current zone. So we've got to go to the Isle of Mara, which is there. Hopefully. I'll bring you back in when I get in tomorrow because it might take a while to load in. It took no time at all and I'm still halfway through my water, but there we go. Let's go find him. Hi. State your business, friend. I'm a wee bit busy at the moment getting a shipment ready for delivery. Actually, that's what I've come about. Keller at the festival sent me to check on the next delivery. Can I help? Oh, it's a disaster. The goods were almost ready for shipment, but then the racing pigs escaped their pen and ran amok. The villagers who were helping me assemble the goods shipment dropped everything to catch them. And now all my supplies are scattered all over. You'll need to search around for enough supplies to bring back to Keller. Well, I can gather up some of the scattered goods. Where shall I start? Oh, they just dropped the containers wherever they happen to be at the moment, and went after those lousy swine. If you can find one of each type of container to take to Keller, I think that should be enough to keep the festival merchants in business until the full shipment can be sent. Thank you. Yeah, I think I can manage that. Alright, so it's essentially, we're walking around, seeing if we can, there we go, seeing if we can find anything to click on. So you've got to find a barrel, a pile of sacks, a roll of fabric, a basket and a crate. Here's a basket, I think. Yep. Crate. Yep. The roll of fabric. That's going to be an interesting one. Let's have a look. There's the... Yep. The sacks. And then the roll of fabric. Where's that going to be, do you think? Check in here. Bye. Any fabric? Any fabric. Position order. Any fabric? Nope, we've got elemental remains. The roll of fabric looks like a roll of fabric, so we should be able to find it somewhere. Somewhere? Anywhere. Oh, there it is. Got it. It was tucked away. There we go. So we've got to go back to colour. Oh, it just popped up again there, look. Someone else can find it. Timber Steep. There we go. I'll bring you with me because it should load up pretty quickly because people are in Gorowyn at the moment, with it being the festival. I've seen them around. There we go. That's how quick it normally loads if there's people in the zone. So Keller, hello. Did you pick up the goods yet? Yes, I have them right here. Thanks for your help. It's good news for businesses that stock is running out so fast, but more work for me. Here are your tokens for your time. So we get 3 tokens from that. So just running into Isle of Mara, collecting like 4 or 5 things, and then coming back gets you like 3 tokens. So it's not too bad. It took like 2 minutes to do that. Probably a bit longer if nobody else is in the zone. But yeah, that's not too bad. And then we've also got 3 of the Platinum Jubilation medals, which are awarded during Tinkerfest, Scorched Sky and Oceans Full. And it's currency for the merchants there, which I think, if I check the calendar, Scorched Sky, Scorched Sky takes place on the 3rd. So I will be covering that when that's open. And that's available. So anyway, Kelly, you had another quest for us. You had the harvests. Special order gathering. That's worth 2 city tokens and 3 platinum jubilation medals. I don't think those platinum medals are available all year round. I think it's only just while we've got Tinkerfest, Scorched Sky and Oceans Full going on. Which is kind of like the 3, I'm just rearranging myself in my chair, the 3 celebrations, festivals that happen during the summer months, just because it's a little bit, not a lot of people play games in the summer, but there we go. Right, so we need lumber, carrots, tuber strands and similar quality from harvestables in the surrounding area. So these kind of areas, this kind of level. So let's have a look over here. I didn't put my mount back on, did I? We want maple lumber. Let's see what this gives us. Severed elm. Oh, okay. So it's not here. Maple lumber, carrots, tuber strands. Is that... That sounds like Antonica. Let me put the mount back on so I can make it easier. That sounds like it's an Antonica thing. I think. Let's try it. Antonica, there you are. Antonica Common Lands, the level 20-ish areas of Calathin, Darklight Woods, so Greater Fey Darklight Woods, and also the equivalent for Gorowyn. So let's have a look, see what we can find, see what's around here. There's normally stuff around the farmlands, so let's have a quick look. It's the shrubbery and the wood. So if you I don't know if you know the place. But normally the stone is very, very popular when people are harvesting. Everybody wants the stone and also wants the gems. So the Farseeds are kind of encouraging people to pick up the bushes, the shrubberies, and also the lumber that not a lot of people pick up, and also the roots. Let's have a look, see what we've got. This is Yvette trying to remember straight off which harvesting is where. It's been a while since I did this low level harvesting. Normally I send the pony out to go get stuff if I'm low level. Is that roots? No. So we've got a shrubbery here. Let's have a look. Well, we found sisal roots straight away. Oh, here we go. We've updated it. We've got 4 of 2 at 25. So it's always going to be sort of this area, I think. Can we do harvest from the... the critters. Does that count? Yes, it does. Okay. Alright, there we go. Sorted. Took us, what, 2 or 3 items? Gala Swamp Put. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the fast travel to go back to Timber Steep. There we go. I get the fast travel on this account because I'm paying for a membership. If you don't have a membership and you're on a free-to-play account, just go back and use the bells or whatever you're using. I'm guessing if you're on a free-to-play account, you could also set this as your location to call home to and just use that. So, any progress? All done. Here your harvest fresh from the field. Thanks for your help. It's good news for businesses that stock is running out so fast, but more work for me. Here are more tokens. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. And then her third one, which is the first one on the list, is to craft a few items. See if there's anything you need. That gives us 4 city tokens, but you'll see why in a second why it gives you 4 city tokens. So you got to brew some drinks. You've got to do tea or black coffee, and we've also got to do sunfish rolls or deer steaks. Now, if you are a level, I think it's 10 over, if you do black coffee. Let's have a look. So simple black coffee or black coffee itself, it's a level 3. So as long as you were like level 9 crafter, which most people will be because of the heritage quests that ask you to do this. Sunfish rolls is one of the sunfish casserole, some things that ask you to make, and they're sunfish roll level 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the guild hall. I'm going to go make the items. Is that the guild hall? That's the guild hall. There it is. And I'll bring you back once I get into the guild hall. It's going to take a while because no one else is in there. Oh, great. Okay, this is this is what I was worried about. I should have checked this before I went in. Never mind. Housing and leaderboards. My houses. The guild hall will pay the upkeep. We'll pay it for a few days. There we go. Alright, bear with me. I'm going to hit enter house from here. Hopefully it'll work, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll you don't want to watch it logging in. Oh. Wow, it's been quick today. Hang on. What's going... This is interesting. The zone server's been very quick this morning. Alright, no, that's fine. I'll leave you here then. So we're going to go to a stove and keg. Hopefully we've got everything, but we're going to have a look at coffee. I think it's the black coffee. Yeah, we've got enough. So I'm just going to make that. Just do a little. There we go. I'm like level 100. I'm top level for Sage. So it should be no issue, but we'll see. See how we get. So we've got to make 4 of these. I wonder if I can consign them. We'll check that as well. Lovely. Okay, can I blueprint it? Begin? Yes, and it works. Excellent. So if you've already made the item, you can, and if you're, sorry, if you've already made the item, you have a membership and you're level 120 crafter, I think it is, for blueprinting. You can do a blueprint. Sunfish. Which essentially instantly makes it. We don't have any dough. Oh! We have a fuel merchant in here. Let's do the dough. PC dough. Here we go. Hi 800. I will pop it in the fuel depot. There it was, dough. There's 800 dough. There we go. Let's keep that fuel depot going up. There it is. So let's go back to the sunfish roll, which is next to the coffee. I've already got the tick for blueprint. What it is in order to craft using blueprints, the following requirements must be fulfilled. Have unlocked blueprints on the crafting character. Have membership, trade skill level 125. The recipe must allow blueprint use, and you've previously crafted this item to pristine quality. Let's begin. Boink. There we go. It always refreshes for some reason. I'm not quite sure. It might just be me and my settings. We'll go find sunfish roll again. We'll make it and we'll hit begin. There it goes. Alright, we've done it. There's Keller. We now need to return to Keller, so I'm going to hit that. Nip back to Timber Steep. Yep, fast travel. We'll go back. So it makes it easier, but if you don't have the ability to to do the quick travel and the quick blueprinting and things, it can take a while, which is why I suggest doing the run to the Isle of Mara first and do it that way. But if you have the membership, you have the ability to make it quick. You can essentially get 4 city tokens in like a minute. Okay, thanks for your help. It's good news for businesses that start running out so fast. Yeah, you're welcome. So that's the 3 quests for someone's left their mender there. Very noisy. That's the 3 quests for Keller. That's how you get your tokens the easiest. The other way is to complete the Aether Racing freebooters there and do that one, but that's only like a few tokens at once and it's a little bit long, especially if you leave your run on as well. Which is what I did. Oh well. But that's the Gorowyn. It's on until the 7th of July, but it does come round, so there's like 6 cities. It's on a rolling basis anyway, so this one will be around later on. That's here, that's where it is in Gorowyn. I am a citizen of Kenos, and none of the guards want to attack me. I know they're grey, but again, they still don't want to attack me. They're fine. Gorowyn's neutral, so unless you go up and actually attack some of the guards yourself, you're going to be fine, no issues. Level 1s can come in here, no problems. Might have a bit of a problem getting to the bells to get over here, but you're fine, no issue. But yeah, so that's Gorowyn. I'll come back next month for, what is it next month? Let's have a look. Calendar. Calathon. We'll have a look at Calathon next month. All right then. Thank you very much for joining me. Much appreciated. Happy time zone to you. And I'll see you again. Take care. Bye bye.